It's week 4 of the National Football League.
And the focus is on Patrick Queen.
He's a nightmare to deal with in the front seven. It's the Steelers and the Vikings, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen up here in the booth. Should be a good matchup here, Greg. A couple of playoff teams a year ago that are hoping to take that ultimate step and get to the Super Bowl this season.
And oftentimes that's the most difficult step, right? You go from being a perennial playoff contender. That's great. But now, how many of these teams can now say, okay, not only are we in the playoffs year in and year out, but we are...
Chris Boswell.
It's going to lead to a 4th down. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. Calvin Austin, deep for the Steelers. This brought in out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer, Aaron Rodgers.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters, and if he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
They'll run. This is Jaylen Warren. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run it here with Warren. The defense all over that. Met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks, and it sets up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Vikings offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. 2nd and 7. He'll run. This is Jordan Mason. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. To the air, on 3rd down is McCarthy. That's caught by Chandler. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. Here's Ryan Wright now. And on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. Here's Austin to return. Now on the return, he has lost the football. And the defense has it.
You can see the returner. He starts peeking at that coverage unit. He feels that pressure bearing down on them. And unfortunately for him, I think when he takes his eyes off to see who's coming down to tackle him, he fails to secure the ball. And they're going to pay the ultimate price now. He's going to put his defense right back out there on the field. They're going to be in a tough spot trying to keep points off the board. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. 3rd and 2, and here's McCarthy. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They pick up 17 through the air. 1st down, Minnesota.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is 1st down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early 1st down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. That's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase in what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and that's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
From the gun, Rodgers. To the outside, complete. It's Wilson.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route, but this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
That is brought in, and he will score. D.K. Touchdown, Steelers. It's his second touchdown of the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to take over once more. The trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. He'll find his tight end, Josh Oliver.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
And he's going to pick up the first down across midfield and down at the 49. We get a stoppage. There's an injured player. It is T.J. Hawkinson who was shaken up on that last play. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. This one complete to Oliver. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He's going to let one fly for Addison.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And he's going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10. To throw once more, here's McCarthy. That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. Throwing again is McCarthy. That is caught at the 3. And he's in. Josh Oliver. Touchdown, Minnesota.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Reichard good with the extra point. And the Vikings are on top. It's now 10-7. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. It's the Vikings with the edge. And we're back to the Steel City after this. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 2. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting set for their next possession. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Linebacker Ivan Pace up to make that play. Here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Play action now with Rodgers. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. 3rd and 6.
And 6 yards to go.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback. And even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
A run up the middle with Warren. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues. A give, and here's Johnson. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down.
3rd and 8.
From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Rodgers. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Johnson. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain. They'll try it again from the 2. 2nd and goal.
At the Vikings 2-yard line.
They'll run with Warren. And he's going to get stopped in the backfield. They'll take him down at the 3-yard line.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
Over the top. He's got it. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
And he's just pushing guys out of the way, powering forward for a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Now McCarthy. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. 3rd and a yard. They'll run. This is Mason. He's going to have a Vikings first down. We're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. On the handoff, Jones. He'll manage only a couple. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle. 3rd and long. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Steelers' offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll run straight ahead with Warren. Oh, a loose football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Warren. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. Here's a 2nd and 9. Rodgers to throw. That's taken in left side by Smith. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Rodgers now. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
That's another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 30.
They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. This one grabbed by Austin.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
Again, it's Rodgers. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. Metcalf hauls in that one. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. And now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Now here's 2nd and goal. Rodgers going up top again. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Aaron Rodgers. Touchdown, Steelers. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers are out to a 21-10 lead. Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. This placed in the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9, just a yard short of that first down. McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota. Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. He'll let it go deep left sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
We got an excellent first half from the former MVP, Aaron Rodgers. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead at halftime.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. 3rd quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Here's 1st and 10. We'll start this on the ground with Warren. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations. He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Off the play fake, Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. The veteran Harrison Smith around the ball like he's been most of his career. Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. And he'll get up beyond the 40 to the 41-yard line. Linebacker Ivan Pace up to make that play. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the gun, Rodgers. That's complete to Smith. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On play action, Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Metcalf.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Roman Wilson was the intended target. 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, Metcalf has it. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
On this 1st down, it's Johnson. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, Warren. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the 2nd half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the 2nd half and close this game out? All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carried.
He is in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His 1st NFL touchdown.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the 1st half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this 2nd half. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He's going to tuck it and go. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
And a short pickup here, brought down just shy of midfield. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson.
Holding offense.
They run straight ahead with Jones. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Third and long. McCarthy from the gun here on third down. And this ball incomplete on third down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The Steelers offense ready to take over once again. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
They'll come up to third and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got his man, complete to Wilson. A pickup there of 19 yards. That's a Steeler first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick, because that ball is coming out.
Here's a handoff to Warren. Whoa! Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
On the handoff, it's Johnson. 18 yards on the pickup there. Good for a Steeler first down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and Right now, this defense has no answers.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
You're starting to see it back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Now a give to Warren, running right. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. Once again, it's Warren. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Here comes 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Rodgers. That is hauled in at the 5. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this offense just continues to roll now, and defensively, they need to stop. They cannot let this lead get any larger. They've got to hold them to 3 if they're going to have any chance of finding themselves back in this game.
From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Roman Wilson. Touchdown, Steelers.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. 1st and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Boswell now following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. The return starts from the 5. Good return here, brings it up to the 33-yard line.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They face 2nd down and 7. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. To the middle of the field, taken in by Addison. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And at this point in the game, trailing by this much, you're just trying to get something positive going. And even if it doesn't alter the outcome of this week's game, Mike, you're trying to build on some things that you can take into next week's practice, build off of and learn from, and hopefully carry it into next week's game to hopefully have a lot better performance, especially here offensively.
In motion, it's Jefferson. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Play action now. It's McCarthy. This one complete to Oliver. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. On play action, here's McCarthy. That's Gets to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson, and it'll be second down. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll run the toss here with Jones. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Well, this one is in reverse again. They're going to lose more yardage here, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's going to be caught, and he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The home team's offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. Set to go now on 1st and 10. And right about now, they might be thinking, are we sure we want an off week next week? They're going to head into the bye with momentum as they try to polish this one off.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
The master of play action, Rodgers. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. On 3rd down, they go with Warren.
Jalen Warren, the ball carrier. Taken down at the 19-yard line. A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward. And he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Vikings offense back onto the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They run it once more with Jones. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Room to maneuver at the 35. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Vikings first down.
Now a handoff. Jones. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Just watch the speed of the pursuit out of this safety on this tackle, Mike. His ability to play from depth and attack the line of scrimmage and meet that ball carrier in the hole and keep him to no gain. You don't see a lot of safeties able to make that tackle in the open field. That's pretty impressive.
Now a 3rd and 2. Third and 2, and here's McCarthy. He's got a receiver. It's Addison. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come.
And he will score. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Vikings. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Will Reichard now on for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Vikings are able to edge a bit closer.
Vikings 17.
Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick.
If they don't come up with this, the game is over. But now, anything can happen. You've got plenty of time, down 3. The first job, make sure you at least get the ball in field goal range to force overtime. But if the opportunity presents, try to win this thing in regulation. There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. To the air once more is McCarthy. Quick throw, taken in. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Throwing again is McCarthy. A short one taken by Hawkinson. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Up the middle, here's Jones. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They'll go. Here's McCarthy. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
Austin brought in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
On the handoff, this is Warren. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's 2nd and 6. A run up the middle with Warren. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Encroachment defense. Still first down.
Down to a knee here. The defense still has a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they're going to use them. Rodgers will take a knee, and that should do it. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.